Okay, so hello, my name is Henry. I'm going to do a short demonstration, demonstration of traveling around the house like I'm walking in a building. So here we go. When you walk in this building, you might see everything. Mostly happy computers are referred, sometimes maybe computer viruses. So I'm actually gonna find out what there is to the computer. I'm gonna put it in the imaginary bar from the space. Click the link. I'm gonna put it in the administrator valage bar because they need to contact our service rather if our happy computer is having problems or maybe perhaps causing viruses. Like, people gotta fix that. It's all the shame in Danger City. People can fix viruses. No, not in Danger City. Good people can. And I was kind of getting that to my head that I knew people could fix, that I knew good people could fix good computers that are infected by them. And, kind of wish I could, I kind of see this refrigerator here. If I was doing actually that would have been some money, like right there. So you have a refrigerator, the freezer. The same thing with your furnace. Let me actually tell you something about your furnace. If your furnace has so much fire in it, then your furnace is in your imagination computer equivalent jail. Your furnace is like the word hate. When someone hates somebody, whenever someone hates somebody and they talk about killing, that's like in their furnace. When a flame is burst into their furnace and fire is coming out as a hot water tank. You know what? It is not really a furnace. You know what it is? It is a hot water tank. It is a hot water tank. Furnaces are for good people. In Danger City, they keep hot water tanks. So are you ready for that? Danger City, they do not keep furnaces. Why they don't keep furnaces? Why they do not keep furnaces? Because furnaces are only there for good people. Furnaces are only good people stuff. Furnaces are for good people. Remember what Kathy Bianchi parking lot was telling me, calling me a hot water tank. But in Danger City, furnaces are not there. In Danger City, hot water tanks are negative. Hot water tanks in Danger City are negatively furnaces. They are not really furnaces, but they are furnaces negatively. They are bad furnaces. They are negative furnaces. They have fire that just bursts around like that. They don't even give you furnaces. They don't give you furnaces because furnaces are for good people. And if you're in Danger City trying to find a bad furnace, you're not going to see a furnace. You know why? You're just going to see hot water tanks. You're just going to see a hot water tank. Because with a hot water tank, a furnace, you can't see that much flame you're getting off of it when someone is talking about killing. If it is your hot water tank, it is meant by the bad reason. It is meant bad. Because in that hot water tank, it is below a kid, but the hot water tank represents the bad of negativity. Hot water tanks could be from people. Hot water tanks are from people. Hot water tanks could be from people that from kids that talk about killing. As a matter of fact, hot water tanks are from kids that talk about killing. I know people need hot water tanks in order to take a bath with warm water. And without hot water tanks, that would be very also scary. It doesn't make the hot water tank thing not something that would represent negative, or if we're saying the hot water tank is negatively a mean furnace because it has like flame in it, and if it bursts into you, then hate is the propic furnace word. Hate is the furnace of hate. I said it. Hate is the furnace of hatred. Hatred is the furnace of bad. So, that's what I said. If I'm calling it the furnace of bad, that's what it is. Because hatred comes from hot water tanks, hot water heaters. Badness comes from hot water tanks. Even with your furnace, the fire still represents evil. It's not a real furnace. Guess again. It is a negative furnace. It is a negatively furnace, meaning it is not really a furnace. It is not a furnace. What I show you right now, it is not a furnace. It is a hot water tank. And they don't keep furnaces. Now they're starting to have that place where they will not. Now I don't think Dangerous City is going to keep computers. You know why? Because the computers are going to be gone in Dangerous City. It's a bad place. Like, talk about good stuff. If you're perseverating on the furnace of hate, that furnace is bad. You know the word. Actually, I told you about that. If someone was saying they hate someone or they wanted to kill someone, that would be that bad furnace right there. You get that furnace downloaded, and then you have to basically turn off the flame in the hot water tank, because your hot water tank has a bucket of flame with hatred in your furnace. And then it says your hot water tank has a bucket of flame with hate in it. So yeah, if I set it with my furnace, I would be able to get it on with my furnace and my radiator and my thermostat that controls the furnace. The thermostat can also be on, thermostats could even be on hot water tanks. But there are also kids that like that. Sometimes when they're angry, there are also kids that will break the thermostats when they're angry. And then they will definitely have to go to that hot water tank. It's all hot water tank. Flame is the burst of flame, means there's a flame in your hot water tank that has a bucket of hatred flame. Meaning if you get a hatred flame on your desktop system, Mac 40 Henry Computer 5S, if you get a hatred on your furnace database settings, if your computer gets a virus, then your furnace will burst down to a flame of hatred. And I'm not really kidding. If you say you hate someone, your hot water tank is creating flame by it operating in the hatred setting. And if your furnace has a thermostat or your hot water tank uses a thermostat, don't go along with people that usually want to take over people's thermostats or try to break them. See what's right there? That's kind of hatred, meaning it's kind of hot water tank right there. See right there? That's kind of hot water tank. And then you got to think about how much stuff you have to put in your furnace in order to get that hatred flame out. In order to get the bad flame out of your furnace. This flame is not good because flame usually is hot. It's dangerous. And I know it, guys, but listen to me. A hot water tank could be bad. And don't mess with the hot water tank. You don't ever touch the hot water tank. You don't mess with the hot water tank. You don't break the hot water tank. You don't ever mess with the hot water tank. Why? Because hot water tanks are dangerous. Hot water tanks are bad. If someone was touching a hot water tank, they will think a hot water tank is just a machine that has a bucket of flame. That means all sorts of hatred, mean things people say, all sorts of stuff. And going to hell is kind of different than your hot water tank having flame. It's kind of like it, but your hot water tank is kind of like it. Your hot water tank does not perform same negative response than the word HELL. That's not a good word, but hot water tanks are not going to become gooder when all it is just flame. Flame could cause you to suffer. You can suffer through flame. When you go in near a furnace or your heat is too high in the bad place, you could suffer through heat, and you could suffer through coldness. You could suffer through heat, and you could suffer when you're in the cold. That's why they don't give us air. They will also turn off the hot water tank, and they will even turn off the furnace. Well, there are no furnaces there. Well, are they? Well, our hot water tank. Well, is the hot water tank in Dangerous City the main negatively furnace? The answer is yes. The hot water tank is negatively a furnace, but it's not really a furnace. And it is negatively a furnace. It does bad stuff. If it's negative, then it's not a real furnace. No, it's not. I would say no. Hot water tanks are not furnaces at all. That's what negatively means. Because furnaces only go with good people. I told you about that. What I just said again is I would be like, hot water tanks are not negatively furnaces if they just go into bad people, or if it's in the good Henry computer world, the hot water tank is a furnace. Yeah, they are, but if you go in the good Henry computer world, then you don't have to worry about people telling you there are no furnaces. In the good Henry computer world, they do have hot water tanks. In the good Henry computer world, hot water tanks are furnaces. Not in the bad computer world, not in Dangerous City. If they use the word computers are negatively machines, then it would mean that it's really not. Then it will mean that it's not really a machine. Sometimes people will say, if even though it's called a computer virus, they will say computer viruses are not gooder as the way a computer should perform. Whenever something is talking about killing, or you don't want that virus. If it's bad, don't call it a computer. Call it a virus. Or just say it is a virus on the computer. Be a happy computer. Be happy, computers, guys. Bye. Enjoy.